Bill, the difference between 1.5 and 2 degrees, only half a degree. Why is it so critical?
Well, from the science side, the impacts of climate change increase quite rapidly with temperature, so that getting back below 1.5 degrees is quite important for the survival of many small island states and low-lying regions, because in this region of climate change you avoid a lot of the most damaging effects, and you start to slow down sea level rise quite significantly. Getting towards 2 degrees warming or above, then the impacts on small island states are wholly unacceptable in most cases, including the consequences for long-term sea level rise. Now, the issue here in this negotiation over how to reflect these issues is also very important. Language like below 2 degrees, without saying ultimately that you need to drop below 1.5 degrees, could in fact be quite dangerous politically and legally for the small island states, because they are then conceding that possibly 2 degrees is okay when actually it's not. So that's why the below 1.5 degree message and back to 350 parts per million CO2 is so important, because the small island states need to lay out the case for their long-term survival and have that entrenched in an international agreement that can progressively work towards the emission reductions that will need to occur over the next century in order to limit warming to those levels.
So a tough 24 hours ahead.
More than 24 hours ahead, I would say. 48.
Is there a chance they'll get lured by these words like fast-track financing and things like that?
I don't think so. I think the mood is very much against accepting what are called in these corridors bribes. I think the fast-track financing is offered with good intent, but people are more interested in the longer-term architecture and a longer-term and more secure source of funding. So if they're not convinced that the fast-track financing is connected to the development of a longer-term, reliable source of funding and a legally binding regime, then it's unlikely that the fast-track financing offer will actually lubricate the outcome here.
Thank you, Bill.